Hey guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a dynamic data table in Bubble using the data table slash grid view plugin. We'll cover how to set up columns, display dynamic data, enable search, add action buttons, append columns, and export your table data as a CSV file. Let's get started. First, we'll install the plugin. Open your Bubble application. On the left side, click on Plugins, then click Add Plugins. In the search bar, type data table slash grid view. Then install the plugin by zeroqode. Once installed, it will appear in your plugin list. Now let's move over to the Design tab. Step 1. Prepare your database. Before setting up the table, let's prepare our database structure. Go to the Data tab. For this example, create a data type called table data. Inside this data type, create the following fields: name, type text, amount, type number Boolean data, type yes or no color, type text country, type text email, type text image, type image interests, type list of text, option set lists, type list of option set skills, type list of skills, status, type status, which can be an option set. This setup gives us different types of data we can display dynamically inside the table. Now add a few demo entries into your database so the table has content to display. Step 2, add the table element to your page. Now go back to the Design tab, search for the table slash grid element, and drag it onto your page. Resize the table to fit your layout. This element will display all of our dynamic data. Step 3, configure your table columns. Now click on the table element to open the property editor. Under table data, we'll configure our columns. For the first column, set the column name to name. Choose table data as the data type. Then set the data source to do a search for table data. For the column field, select name. Now repeat the same process for additional columns like email, country, amount, status, and skills. This allows each column to display dynamic data directly from your database. You can also display images, lists, option sets, and Boolean values depending on your setup. Step 4, enable search and sorting. Still in the property editor, scroll down to the search options section. Enable search. You can also customize the search placeholder text. For example, search table data. Now scroll to the table options section, enable sorting. This allows users to sort columns in ascending or descending order. You can also enable pagination if you're working with larger data sets. Step 5, add action buttons to your page. Now let's add a few buttons to the page that will control different table actions. On the Design tab, add these buttons, append column, select all checkboxes, and download CSV. These buttons will trigger the plugin actions through workflows. Step 6, create the append column workflow. Now go to the Workflow tab. Create a workflow for when the append column button is clicked. Add the plugin action, add column to table slash grid. Then configure the action, select the table slash grid element on your page, fill in the column name, then select the column data type, set the data source as well. For example, you could append another country column dynamically. This allows new columns to be added into the table while the app is running. Step 7, enable and select checkboxes. Now go back to the table properties. Enable checkboxes inside the plugin settings. This allows rows to become selectable. Next, create a workflow for the Select All Checkboxes button. Add the plugin action, select all checkboxes. Now when the button is clicked, every row inside the table will automatically become selected. Step 8, create the CSV export workflow. Now let's allow users to export the table data. Go to the Download CSV button workflow. Add the plugin action, download CSV. Select the table slash grid element. Then give your exported file a file name. You can also configure additional export settings depending on your setup. Now when users click the button, the table data will automatically download as a CSV file. This is especially useful for reports, dashboards, admin panels, or analytics tools. Step 9, preview and test the table. Now preview your application. You should now be able to search through data, sort columns, append and remove columns dynamically, select rows with checkboxes, and export your table as a CSV file. Everything updates dynamically based on your Bubble database and workflows. And that's it. You now have a fully functional dynamic data table inside your Bubble application using the data table / grid view plugin. This is a great way to build dashboards, admin panels, CRM systems, analytics tools, and much more. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out via the chatbot on the ZeroQode website or by email at support@zeroqode.com.